Hello everybody, Paul Hepburn reporting on the WFL first games. So as a first recap of the season. Well, we had some good results and some bad results. There were some good games and some not so good games. Our defending champion came out with the highest scorer of the week. Well done, Nick. Although it says something when the highest scoring player on your team is your defence. Houston, Texas. Well done. Good choice. Got 160 points, which is an excellent score. And he was playing against Tenacious T. Sorry, Chris. You produced the second lowest score of the week. Carson Palmer had a pretty good game. I thought he played horrible, but he scored pretty good. Matt Forte had a steady game. And if you hadn't left James Jones on the bench, you would have had a much more respectable score. But never mind, you'll be able to play him next week. So, again, you're going to be struggling, I think, in the running back position, but we'll go see what happens. Next game in that division, G.I. Joe versus Pork Chops. Of course, everybody knows Pork Chops. He did those wonderful videos breaking down the draft and seeing who was going to be in a position of strength and not. So, as the season progresses, we'll see if his predictions came out correct. G.I. Joe played an excellent game, 153 points, second highest score of the week. And he had some good players. Matt Ryan, excellent game. Ray Rice, brilliant. And the Chicago Bears' defense got him nearly 20 points. So all in all, very good squad. Good scoring all round. Well done. Pork Chops. Now, he spent $100 on two players. And those two players only got him 25% of his points. He got 129 points, which isn't bad. It's good enough for seventh highest of the week. But unfortunately, he didn't get the production he wanted out of those stud players. He stood wide out. Running back Fred Jackson is now out for probably 4 to 6 weeks, which is not going to stand him in good stead. And also, MJD performed not as maybe as well as he could have done, but he did seem to have a pickup in Olsen Jeffrey, who got 15 points, but he was sitting on his bench, unfortunately. I think he's going to be looking at trading, and people with running backs to spare may be seeing an approach from him in the near future. Okay, moving on to the next division. Bada Bing versus French Army, brother-in-law against brother-in-law. French Army, you owe me a check. That trade that I did with you, I'm looking like a prize idiot right now. The two players I give to you scored a combined 48 points. The two players you give to me scored a combined, I think it was 15 points. So, yep, if you can send a check in the post, that'd be much appreciated. Bada Bing came out winning the game, scored 118 points, which is the 9th highest score of the week. Unfortunately, he was playing the guy who got the lowest score, which was Mark. Unfortunate Mark. Bada Bing, best player, Kevin Smith, which is kind of a shock to me because I didn't really rate him, and I still don't really rate him. And so I would imagine all of those people out there are going to see an approach with some kind of trade bid from Bada Bing with Kevin Smith in there trying to button something up. So look out for that. Adrian Peterson played a great game, 21 points, first game back from injury. And he looks like he's going to be solid all season, so good pick up there. Mark, some great players from all the players I give to you. The rest of the team, maybe not so much. No, Andrew Johnson had a steady game. Julio Jones, of course, my stud that I give to you. He was excellent. Stephen Hill, the guy that you said you hated, got 23 points. Unfortunately, you had him sitting on the bench. Demetrius Thomas. And like I said, you had a very good wide-out performance. Unfortunately, you were let down in some of the other positions. So maybe going on in the season, you're going to see some trading and maybe get some improvement in those positions. Larry versus Kurt. Kurt got a big ribbon from Pork Chops, but hopefully going on, he's going to be able to turn that around. He got some good performances from some of his guys. His two tight ends performed very well. And he had a couple of guys sitting on the bench who played very well. He could have played those and possibly competed and maybe won the game. Randall Cobb being a standout at 25 points. Larry, steady all round. Excellent performance from all his running backs. Foster, Bradshaw, Martin. And he had another one on the bench, Bush. So all in all, a good performance. Steady game. Well done, Larry. All right, moving on to the final division. This had Thunder Buddies versus myself, the Dogs Bollocks. And Rob and myself have played many times. Often end up in the same division. constant divisional rivals. Enjoy it. Always a good competition. Rob scored 129 points, which is 6th highest of the week, and I got 139, which is the 4th highest. AJ Green and Blackman, the two guys I sold the bus for, or sold the house for, got me a total of 14.4 points, and the two guys I give away gave me 48, so I might have been challenging for the highest score of the season. Not to be. I did alright in most of my positions. Steady performance, good performance from my quarterbacks. Unfortunately, they decided to give Flacco the final quarter off, which I wasn't impressed with. And I was sweating towards the end of the game because Rob was catching up with his running back McFadden, catching like 17 balls, so good for him. I do get a bit of a sleeper in Alfred Morris, who seems to be the running back in Washington, and he got 21 points, but he was sitting on a bench, so see if he goes in for the rest of the season. Rob had some good play from Marshall, McFadden, and all of his teams scored pretty good, so it was a close game. So I think going forward it'll be alright. Final, probably the biggest punch out of the season. It was against Punch Out and Haggis. Very high scoring affair. Punch Out got the 3rd highest score, and Tom got the 5th highest score, 150 versus 130. Good performance from Romo, Sproles, Eagles, Hernandez, Daniels, and he had Spiller on the bench who got him over 20 points. So if he'd had that player in, it could have been even tighter. Good performance all round from Tom. And Matt, what can I say? Well done, man. His kicker had a great game. McCoy was steady. So pretty much he's pretty much steady all the way around. Gore was steady. Moore, good performance. New England defense. So yeah, I think it's going to be a tough division. I think we're going to get a lot of high scoring games, and hopefully we've got enough to compete against those other teams. All right, that ends this first match week up. We may be doing a quick check before the next games, but we'll go from there. All right, signing out. Catch you later.